Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Vinyard. I've been selling bank foreclosures for over 20 years, and today I'm going to explain why you never want to try and use an escalation clause when it comes to buying a bank-owned foreclosure. First, let's talk about what an escalation clause is and how it works exactly. Basically, all it is an addendum in a purchase contract that states how much a buyer is willing to raise their offer should the seller receive a higher competing offer, and to what extent they will increase the offer. So what are the main components? Well, it's really simple. You got your original purchase price, how much the price will be escalated above a competing offer, and what is the maximum purchase price in the event of multiple offers. Okay, so the concept is very simple. All it is a piece of paper that tells the seller you're going to increase your offer by a certain dollar amount, up to a certain dollar amount, in the event they get any higher offers. Now, if you're buying a foreclosure, the only time you would ever really utilize this anyway, typically, unless the property is very, very special, the only time you're ever going to try and use this is if you're already in a multiple offer situation. This is an example of an actual one that I received on a property. Now, here's the kind of kicker of all this. With this seller in particular, the offers don't go to me directly. They go to the seller directly. I don't get any information until after the bidding's done or after the contract's been accepted or whatever. Then they'll show me, everything else that kind of went on. And since this didn't go to me, I couldn't, tell the agent, you don't want to do this. It's not going to work. This is going to cost you your, buyer's deal. And if you look here in section 1, this is how much they're increasing the offer by, but not to exceed a maximum sales price of this amount, which is $206. Now, one thing to point out, this should have been the highest offer they were going to submit, number one. Down here, they have net to the seller at $215.5 with a sales price of, $206. So they were saying they were going to increase it up to, $215.5, but they only put $206 here. So no matter what, this was just done wrong. It doesn't make any sense, but I wanted to show what one looks like so you have an idea that it's just a single one-page and addendum to the contract. So let me explain a couple reasons why it doesn't work with foreclosures. You got to remember, a majority of all foreclosure offers are going to be submitted through an online offer management system and not human to human through email anymore. And this is just an example. 99% of all foreclosures nowadays, the buyer's agent is going to submit an offer online. Not going to email the listing agent, but they're going to submit an offer online. And there is nowhere, anywhere on these platforms that have anything about escalating offers. There's nothing in there. The only thing you can do is maybe put it in the comments. Almost all of these platforms are going to have a comment section, but does the asset manager even read them? I don't know. But what I can tell you is what they're looking for anytime it's a multiple offer situation, they're looking for a dollar amount, like up here, like offer price. They don't want it, we'll offer this, but we're willing to, to up our price, 10 more thousand if we need to, if you have other offers. And that's where the problem comes in. So there's no way to convey it to the corporate seller, and that's the biggest problem with doing it. Okay, the other problem is going to be going back to this addendum. Like here in this section 2 part, the addendum, basically says for it to be executed and to be legal, the seller is going to have to give copies of the contract. They're going to have to prove to the buyer that they had multiple higher offers. Well, a corporate seller is never, ever going to give any other third party copies of contracts. It's never going to happen. So this is another reason why this is just not feasible in the REO world, because you're never going to get proof. If your system tells you it's multiple offers, that's where you need to go in with your client, or if you're a buyer, you need to decide what is my highest offer. I'm going and put that number in. Okay, that's the only way it's going to work for you to get the property. As in this example I showed you, that this is why it doesn't work. And it cost this buyer the deal because their $215.5 offer would have been higher than the other offer accepted. Even though all these offers were over the asking price, it would have been the highest. They would have won. But they didn't do that. They put in this ridiculous escalation clause on a foreclosure, and it didn't work. So that's really it in a nutshell. I hope this video helped. just remember, bottom line is don't try it, don't do it. You're wasting your time and it'll cost you a deal, whether you're the agent or the buyer. Just never ever try to use an escalation clause when it comes to buying a foreclosure. Now, maybe if it is a tiny bank in the middle of nowhere that, just a small bank, maybe. I mean, maybe, but as long as the listing agent is dealing with the asset manager directly and can pass the paperwork and convey it, you might have a shot. But 99% of all programs and foreclosures, especially with the big boys, your Fannie Mae's, your Freddie Mac's, your Bank of America's, Wells Fargo, their systems are not set up to, use an escalation clause. So, hope this helps. Please hit the subscribe button down below if you like the video. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer. Leave some comments. As always, have a great day. Thanks.